Hey everybody, welcome back to another PixelPlayers discussion. Today we're going to be talking about the Mini NES that just got announced by Nintendo, and I'm here with Adam, so say hi.
Yo, what's up everyone? Very excited to discuss this topic. I know we may have conflicting views, and I'm excited to see what comes out of it.
So yeah, I don't actually have any idea how you feel about this, but basically Nintendo just kind of randomly dropped this announcement on their Twitter, I think it was, and I think other social media platforms, and they were just like, hey, here's a remake of the NES with 30 games pre-installed on it. You can't play anything else. It's just the 30 games. And then it's this price. It's 60 US, 100 Australian, and 50 pounds. And that's basically it. And I think it's a cool little thing. I think it's a neat idea. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to buy it, definitely. Because I think any type of hardware like this is cool. Nintendo have a lack of things to buy, to have on the market right now. I'm looking forward to actually buying something Nintendo related that's fun. Other than an amiibo of the Squid Sisters, and I don't know. I think it's just a neat. I think it's just a neat thing. I think it's a cool product.
You know, Sam, that's a very good point. There isn't a lot of Nintendo stuff we can buy this year. Actually, that's a question that I wanted to ask you. What great games can I buy for my Wii U this holiday season?
You can buy Paper Mario Color Splash.
Oh man, you know, that sounds very enticing. It really does. But I would like to know, Sam, besides Paper Mario Color Splash, aka Sticker Star 2.0, what games can I buy this holiday season or at any point this year for my Wii U that is made by Nintendo that will probably be good?
You know what? You can go back to the game that came out a few weeks ago and go and buy Mario and Sonic at the 2016 Olympics.
Okay. I've heard enough here. I feel like the answer is literally nothing. And I know that seems off topic, but that's the big problem I have with this announcement. It just seems like they're just going, oh no, we have nothing to show, oh no, and they're like throwing out just stuff they've already made years and years and years ago, and just being like, oh, we're just gonna jump on the nostalgia bandwagon and see what happens. And I don't know how to feel about that, because I just want a game for my Wii U console. I don't need to be playing games that have been on the eShop for what, like 20 years?
The eShop's only been open since 2011,
you get my point.
Adam.
I have a Nintendo NES console from 1981, I believe it was released. Yeah, 1981. Or whatever, maybe even earlier than that. Like, I have the actual console, I have the physical cartridges, and I have games on the eShop on my Wii U, and I have ports for Game Boy releases, like the Game Boy Advance SP. And that is it. But basically, you know, this is just rehash central, and I'm kind of getting tired of it. I don't know. That seems to be a negative way of looking at it, but like, what reason do I have to buy this? What reason do I have?
Okay, well, you went through a few different things there, so I'm just going to address some of these different things. You said the Wii U, and I understand that you're frustrated there's no Wii U games, and there's also no 3DS games, as far as I'm aware. I think there's...
Oh, awesome. That's great.
I think there's Yokai Watch 2, and that's it. I can't really think of anything they're releasing. But...
The first one did great, right?
I actually heard it was, yeah, but I haven't got into them myself.
Oh, okay. That's good.
With the Wii U, I think it's safe to say that's already dead anyway. Like, I was already fully aware that Color Splash was the only game we were getting this year. I didn't think we were going to be getting anything else. So... Like, we thought maybe Zelda U, like, back way earlier in the year, and then that got delayed to March, and we already knew that. So, I'm not annoyed at the NES announcement at the fact there's no Wii U games. Like, that was something I was already totally... I had acknowledged, and I was like, that sucks, but okay. And on the topic of the NES being a rehashed thing, I mean, sure, it's a thing that, you know, people who have an NES probably won't need to buy, but at the same time, it's also not taking up the spot of something else. If them making an NES Mini is not taking away, you know, Mario Kart 9 for the Wii U this holiday set. Like, it's not replacing another product. It's just something there to have if you want to buy it.
Yeah. I can understand that there isn't a direct correlation. Like, I'm pretty sure they weren't going, oh, hey, let's make a new Smash Brothers. Oh, wait, no, we're releasing the NES Mini. Like, I don't think that was a discussion. But it's like... I just get frustrated because I feel like this is a revolving cycle, that they have such a gap of things and they're trying to find ways to get around it by not releasing good games for consoles. Like, they're just trying to... Like, we're supposed to have Zelda and Star Fox by now. I mean, last year, like December of last year, weren't we supposed to have Star Fox and Zelda?
Yeah, we were.
And we just got Star Fox? So, like, what the hell? Like, I know that I'm being negative, and they aren't directly
Adam,
correlated.
you got two Star Fox games.
Ooh, oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. I am a selfish brat. I did not even take that into account. You know, it's... Do you not agree? Like, I feel like they're trying to replace the void of just having no games for their consoles with just random things that no one's really asking for.
Okay, but to be fair, I think that's great, because in the past, they've just done nothing. Like, look at the Wii U's first year. You had New Super Mario Bros., and there was a gap till March for Lego City Undercover if you wanted that. And then there was a gap till, like, October if you wanted Wind Waker. Like, there was nothing. The Wii U had no games. So...
it still has no games. It still has no games anyway.
It's true, yes, but if in that time they had gone, hey, here's a Game Boy Mini, take this Game Boy, it has 30 classic Game Boy games on it, woohoo, I'd be like, alright, that's something to play. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's
Yeah, you're right, Sam, it is something to play. That's why I'm going to go on my Wii U eShop and play the games, or go online and just download the games.
Yeah, but I think it's good that they're trying to put something there than nothing. I would much rather Nintendo put out any type of product than just go,
I would rather
see you
nothing.
next year.
I would rather nothing. And I'll tell you why I'd rather nothing. Because then at least I could just sit in a chair and think, they must be really putting their best foot forward with the NX. And instead they're just, I feel like they're putting extra energy into this. I don't know where this argument's going, but
I don't think this has anything to do with anything. I think they were just like...
It doesn't.
Let's just port these ROMs onto a machine and chuck it out. I don't think it
But that's exactly what it is. It's just not... It's no effort. It's like, they don't have any games for their Wii U. They blatantly ignored their fans. They made Paper Mario Color Splash. They made Paper Mario Color Splash for my Wii U. That's all I get. That's all I get, Sam. I only get Paper Mario Color Splash. And I am in the Sahara Desert without a glass of water going... I need a glass of water. I need that game. And then this is them going like, oh, here's a sandwich, huh? And they like threw it in my face. I'm like, I need water. I don't want sandwiches. I am going to die in the Sahara Desert.
Okay, I just have to say this isn't really where I was expecting this to go at all. I was honestly expecting us to have this discussion and go, yeah, this is great. These are the games that I wish that they would also put on it. But no, we got this. Okay, but...
Okay. Fine. Here's what we're gonna do. I am going to chill out and say I am decently okay with this announcement. I don't know what games are on this thing. What games are on this thing?
Okay, I can get the full list up. I should have done this earlier. I don't know why I didn't do this. But basically, they do have the original 3 Marios, so Mario 1, 2, 3. No lost levels for some reason, but they got 1, 2, 3. Dr. Mario and Mario Bros, the original. They got Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Legend of Zelda 2. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. Oh, there was Final Fantasy.
Right off the bat, I have an issue.
Why? Oh, because they're all Mario?
Why? No, why are there so many sequels?
Yeah, I think I just named all the ones that had sequels on it, though. Like, I think I just listed every single
That's
sequel.
good at least. But, like, what about Ice Climbers and, Punch-Out? And
Punch-Out is on there.
F-Zero,
with
or is
Mr.
F-Zero
Dream.
not an NES?
F-Zero is SNES.
Yeah, sorry.
There's, yeah, I think Balloon Fight's on it.
Metroid,
let me get this list up. But yeah, I think it's a neat idea nonetheless. I think it's really cool. And I wish that there was... I'm hoping this does well, because unlike you, I'm actually really wanting more of these, like an SNES Mini and stuff like that. Because I love the idea of having a simple little portable machine that I can just take anywhere. Like, I can take this on holiday. I can just go anywhere, like, if I'm on holiday and I'm in, like, because I do that quite regularly. So if I had that option to just take this little mini console and had a bunch of games on it, that's great. That is a great thing for me. So I would love for this to do well and have, like, future games on it. But yeah, let me get this full list up.
Okay, in the NES Mini's defense, I think that I was playing my disappointment up a little bit. I'm not that angry by it. And I do appreciate the portable idea, like having a library of classic games that you can fit in your pocket and bring wherever. Is that thing really small enough to fit in someone's pocket? Or are they, like, playing it up?
Oh, it's not small enough to fit in someone's pocket, 'cause it's a square shaped. So no. But
Wait, how big is it? Can I hold it in one hand?
Yes, you can. It's that big.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's not big enough to put in your pocket. It's bigger than a 3DS XL, but it's still small. Like the NES is a huge device. That's meaty. It's not as big as like an Xbox One, obviously, but it is still quite large nonetheless. So I think it's a neat thing. Anyway, these are the games that come with it. You get Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climbers, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Bros, Mega Man 2, no Mega Man 1 though, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream, Star Tropics, Super Contra, no Contra though, Mario Bros 2, Mario Bros 3, Tecmo Bowl, Legend of Zelda, and Zelda 2.
And you know, that right there, like, that seems like a very good lineup of games. Like, I think that they did a pretty good job. They probably could have done with less sequels, maybe, for certain games. But then again, people are going to want the 3 Marios. They're going to want Zelda 1 and 2. So I think they did good damage control.
Does
like,
anyone want Zelda 2?
I don't know. I feel like people would be pissed off. I feel like people want Zelda 2.
Do you like Zelda 2?
No, not really. Like, it's fine. I'm not very passionate about Zelda in general. But I have enjoyed the Zelda games I have played. But, you know, I think they did a decent job with the lineup. I don't have too many complaints with it. I don't have an issue with what the NES Mini is. I just kind of have an issue on what it represents. You know, because I do enjoy the idea of going, I really love the classic NES games. What if I had a device that I could just put in my backpack and take wherever I want across the country, plug it in, and just play it wherever I want? I like that idea. I really do. But at the same time, I can download these games on my 3DS and do the same thing. And I can take my 3DS and go to the beach. Or I could go on the plane. I could bring it wherever I want. The NES Mini has to be plugged into a television, right? I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Doesn't have a screen on it.
That's the point, though. Like, it's meant to be a home console thing. It's a plug-and-play system.
Right, of course. And I'm not taking anything away from that. I just don't understand why I should buy it. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I get you. I mean, I have an NES somewhere. I don't know where it is. And I only have, like, Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers and Dr. Mario. I only have a few games on it. So, the fact that I'm able to have an NES-type device that I can actually find is great in itself. And I'm looking forward to playing games like Dr. Mario in their original state. And I think that's so cool. Because I've never even thought of the idea of playing an original NES game on an NES-type system which has 2 NES-type controllers. I think that's such a cool idea. The fact that they're bringing back the controllers is such a cool thing to me. And the fact that the controllers are also going to be usable on the Wii U, that is such a neat idea. I think that's so awesome. So there's just a lot of positives to this. I think it's great. I love this idea. I know you don't. I actually kind of want to circle back.
That's the thing about it. I do like the idea. I think that it's a good thing that they could have added to a very strong holiday season. But when it's really the only thing on the market for them, I can't help but scratch my head wanting something more. I'm in the Sahara, you throw me a sandwich. I don't need a sandwich, I need a glass of water.
Yeah, I still don't really think it really has anything to do with any... Like, I understand we spoke about this earlier, but like it doesn't mean anything to the Wii U games. Like, the Wii U games, like the lack of Wii U games, it's not an NES problem. It's not an NES Mini problem. It's just a Nintendo problem. That's just them being idiotic. I think it's
yeah.
I have to say, and this is kind of going really off topic, but I think
That's fine.
I think it's disgusting that Nintendo has just abandoned its Wii U user base. I think it's really gross.
But that's my exact point. I have no problem with the NES Mini. I think that it's a good idea. I don't like that this is all we're getting, and I don't like how they're throwing it out there and everyone's just, like, melting all over it. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Like, what? Like, where's... they have nothing for the console this whole holiday season from what we know. The only thing they have is Paper Mario Color Splash, which is literally the embodiment of Nintendo ignoring their fan base. Right?
Yeah, well, And thinking about it's been that way for the last year as well. Like, what did
It has.
what did the Wii U
It
have
has.
last year? At Amiibo Festival and tennis?
Yeah, and this year is somehow worse. Like, it somehow did it. I don't know how.
Well, because last year had Splatoon and Mario Maker. Like, that was...
Yeah,
they
last
were
year
great.
was solid. Mario Maker and Splatoon were huge.
Yeah,
some of the best games on that whole console.
I think they are
ever.
the best games on the console.
And that very well could be. In terms of a non-sequel, like an original title, those two are very well... They very well may be the best two titles on the console.
That's true. There's also...
There are some great
you are
ones,
counting sequels,
like Pikmin 3.
Yeah.
You know, you've got some really good games on there, but, like, they're contenders, you know? They're strong games. What have we got this year? We have... What do we have? We have Star Fox Zero, right?
That's...
Star Fox Guard.
Yes,
What else do we have, though?
Okay, Star Fox Zero, Star Fox Guard, Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, and Paper Mario Color Splash.
Oh, man. Man, bro.
Yeah, it's awful. Now, they've also said that the Project Robot thing is still somewhere. So that might happen. But if it is, at this point, because it's so late on, it's probably going to be a download title. I don't really know what's happening, though. And, okay, if we're counting download titles, there also has been Mario and Donkey Kong Amiibo. So, don't ignore that. That's a great game.
Okay. That is true. Like, they have somewhat of a lineup. I could compare it to someone...
They don't.
Like, imagine, like, Xbox walks away with this delicious cake, and Nintendo has this cupcake that they dropped on the floor and then, like, stepped on, a dog, like, licked it a few times, and you're like, guys, here's our cake, here it is! And, like, some people are really hungry and might, you know, be like, oh, I don't mind it, but like, most people are going to throw up at this. That's
a really weird... You ended that quite strangely. I don't know what that was meant to go to. But, like,
Sam, I'm not saying that I'm the best in analogies. I'm trying to make this a fun show. This is my opinion, though. Like, I've acknowledged that the NES Mini is a cool thing that it's not bad. Like, it's fine. It has a good lineup of games. It's a solid idea. I just don't like the fact that that's all we're getting this holiday season. And it's not, to the NES Mini's credit, it's not the console's fault at all. No one behind the idea or creating this console, like, they have nothing to do with it, I'm assuming. It's just what it represents bothers me. That they keep going to nostalgia, that they keep trying to platform their way around making solid games for their consoles, and they're just abandoning their fans and ignoring them.
Okay, that's
what I don't like.
I actually want to bring up. I think this is a great move for Nintendo to bring their name back into the market. They've done it with Pokemon Go, and I think that's solidifying it with the NES Mini. Because I think what they've done is, that with Pokemon Go, they've kind of gone, great, this is getting Nintendo into the hands of everyone. I think Miitomo was meant to do that, but of course Miitomo was not going to do that. But, like, Pokemon Go has got everyone going, yeah, Nintendo. And it's not even a Nintendo game, but people are still going, wow, Nintendo, like... I want to play a Nintendo game. Like, I've had friends who aren't gamers saying, I really want to go and pick up a 3DS to play Pokemon X and Y. And that is great. That's showing that Nintendo's branching out is working. And I think the NES Mini is working off of that type of thing. Because, like, Pokemon Go feeds off of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green's nostalgia. It's there to go, hey, remember this? Remember this great game? And I think that's...
I don't think that's really true, though. I don't think that the NES Mini is going to be successful, like Pokemon Go was. And I'm sure that's a given, but, like,
yeah, well,
I think the reason why
things.
I feel like the reason Pokemon Go was so successful is because literally everyone and their mom has a cell phone. And anyone can download this game. It's entirely free. And the game is just, like, a solid thing. It's getting people to branch out and... You know, I feel like it's doing stuff outside of just gaming. It's getting people to work together, to go outside, to socialize, to, you know, explore areas around them that they maybe haven't before. It's an interesting, enticing, really cool idea. Obviously, bad things have come out of it, and we can get into, well, like people walking off cliffs and getting robbed and, you know, finding dead bodies. But, like, that's gonna... I feel like I'm getting off topic, but the point I'm trying to make is... The NES Mini, it still costs, what, $70, $60? It's something that's already been out before, and, like, most people already have these games, you know? I feel like it's not doing what you're saying it's doing, personally.
I don't. Well, I think the cheaper price tag is though. Like, I think people are gonna look at the console and go, "Here's a really cheap system for $60." It's gonna be parents who are making that decision, going, "Wow, eat cheap system for my kid for Christmas, yay!" They're gonna see the games and go, "I remember this crap." I think it is good brand recognition nonetheless.
I remember this crap. Hey, I remember this crap. Yeah.
No,
holiday, Jimmy.
You know what I mean?
Jimmy, it's
you know
holiday time.
You know what I mean? Like, people are gonna go, "Wow, I remember that." Like, the NES Mini was trending on Facebook for 3 days. It was the most it was the trending, like the top trending thing. That's great. That was longer than Pokemon Go was. So I think that speaks about its spread really well. Like, I think new gamers are going to want to be able to experience this in a similar way to how it was originally intended, and old gamers are going to be able to relive, their old gaming memories through it. I think it's going to do really well for Nintendo, and I think the only reason it's happening at all is, well, money, and also to go, remember us? Yeah. Well, we've got a new system on the way in March. Check it out, boy. Buy this for $60, remember why you love Nintendo, then come back in March for the next Nintendo. I think that's what it is. I think they're gonna go, here's the simple games, now come back for the advanced new Nintendo we've got in March.
Right, that's fine. I feel like I don't think that the NES Mini is going to be successful. I feel like people are going to look at it and kind of have that mindset of, these games have been out for like a million years. Why am I going to spend $70 on this when I can play them all on my computer?
In its run, it's a limited run console. So I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, at least in some countries, it's labeled as limited. So I'm assuming it's going to be, because that's the same as like most other products that are limited. Like EB Games in Australia has listed it as a product that you can only buy one of per customer. So that does show that it is kind of a limited system. That because they did the same with Amiibo back when that was like a thing. So it is looking like it's limited run, at least, I will say, because it's not 100% confirmed. But I think it is that's what it's going to be. I think it's only going to be this holiday. I don't think you're going to be able to go to the shop in 3 years and find a brand new NES Mini on the shelf. I don't think you can.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's going to be this holiday, and if not, you miss it. And
yeah, and I very well might purchase it. I know that goes against literally everything I've said in this entire podcast, but like, I don't, like I said again, I don't think it's a bad idea. I feel like it could work in the way of getting certain people to be like, wow, I love Nintendo. I can, where can I get more? And then they drop this NX bombshell and people just go insane over it. That could potentially work, but I feel like Pokemon Go has been more successful at that than the NX Mini will ever be.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like the NES Mini, like I keep going back to, is just them feeding off of nostalgia in order to jump over the fact that they have no titles for the holiday season.
Yeah, but remember though,
I'm not going to be playing anything on my Wii U Christmas time.
Yeah, true.
Nothing.
I'm not going to be either. Yeah. Well, okay, I might be playing Color Splash to bag it, but I will be on PS4 for the holidays. That's just a fact. Because PS4 has, and Xbox One. The Xbox One has some great games coming out later in the year. Not right now, but later in the year they do. Because I discussed this in our last one. I branched out to other systems just because of the Wii U. And I think that's a problem in itself. I have faith in Nintendo, though. I feel like this is just... Because you...
Why?
I don't know, Adam. I don't know why.
I know this seems like... Okay, I'm gonna go a little off topic for a second. I know it's getting a little
really? Bit... we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I know, wow. But here's the thing. I'm coming across as a very negative Nancy here. Like, I am Nintendo's biggest, enemy here. I am a huge Nintendo fan. This Christmas, I'm not gonna be using my PS4 that I don't own. I'm gonna be playing Smash Brothers. I'm gonna be playing Mario Kart. I'm gonna be playing Splatoon. I'm gonna be playing really good Wii U games that they've shown they're capable of making. And it's just not going to be a new experience. It's just going to be the same rehashed thing, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, fine. But, I just don't have faith in them right now because I've been let down 2 years in a row.
Yeah. Well, okay.
2 years!
Okay, actually,
I wasn't in college. I wasn't in college the first time they let me down.
I was going to say, but at least you have the 3DS games to bring you along. But think about it. I mean, we haven't really had many, have we? We've had Kirby recently. What else has there been?
For the 3DS, I haven't been keeping up as much. I know that's actually, here's the thing that we've forgotten. They do have Pokemon Sun and Moon coming out.
That is, yeah, okay. True, yeah. We totally forgot about that.
And that is a massive thing.
But
that is absolutely massive, especially coming off of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, but remember, that's second party. That's not Nintendo is not making that.
Yeah, and I was going to bring that up too. It's not them.
So that's very weird. That's
I don't think it's weird. I think it's to be expected.
That's a bit sad. Well, no, okay, here's what I wanted to talk about, though. You were saying that Pokemon Go is getting the name Nintendo back into people's heads. And I think that's true, but I think that's only going to work if the NX is a portable system. I think that the NES Mini is great in the regard that it's going to help a potential console. Because I think people are going to go, wow, this cheap console was great, let's see what Nintendo's new console actually does. And I don't know.
You know what I feel like? I feel like Pokemon and Nintendo. I'm sorry, Pokemon and Google, right? They were the creators of Pokemon Go, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and
so they created this massive hit. Massive hit. They go to Nintendo. They're like, hey guys, we're going to launch this. Nintendo's like, fine, whatever. And they launch this. It's a massive success. Nintendo's like, oh, yeah, I was a huge, I love them. I supported them from the beginning. They're that guy who tries to take credit from the successful person after they make their big move, you know?
Yeah.
They made, 25% of their stock raised? They made billions of dollars off of this damn game.
Yeah.
And did they really do much? Did they really do anything? They're over here making the NES Mini and Paper Mario Color Splash. That's what they're doing. And Pokemon Go just became the #1 downloaded app on the App Store.
No, but Adam, they're also making Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario Sunshine 2, Mario Kart 9, and Pikmin 4 all ready for my NX next March.
No way! All sequels? Wow.
That's actually very true.
No, I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that.
And you know what? If Nintendo did manage to surprise me by showing the NX and its launch titles, and it's actually games I've asked for years, I will be over the moon. But it's not going to happen. They're going to show the NX.
That's exactly it.
I'm going to get Federation Force X, and I'm going to jump off a bridge at that point because it's. Wait a minute! No, we're getting Federation Force as well. That's coming out this year. So we've.
Oh my god! Yeah.
So we've forgotten a few games, but none of them are on Wii U. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, I don't consider that a game. I consider it.
Well, it doesn't matter if you consider it a game.
A crumpled up cupcake that got licked by a dog a few times and served as a cake.
Well, okay, no. But to be fair, have you actually watched gameplay of Federation Force?
Yeah, no, I'm being a joke. It does look fine. You know what
it doesn't look like Metroid, is all.
It reminds me of Rocket League a lot.
Well, because of the stupid friggin' soccer mode, is that why?
Yeah. And by the way, Rocket League is incredible, so even if it's a really bad Rocket League ripoff, it'll probably be enjoyable.
He does really
and at least I can go to the beach and play
this back in both discussions already.
Wait, have it brought back Rocket League? Yeah, because Rocket League is really good.
It is, yeah.
And it's not a Nintendo game. That doesn't come out of my mouth a lot. I'm not a huge gamer in general. I'm a big Nintendo game fan because I like the idea of having a social gaming experience. You know, in my dorm, we always had Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Everyone would come over to play. And our dorm was the dorm that people wanted to go to. And because of the multiplayer and just having that local experience. But I feel like what Xbox and PlayStation kind of stand for is the hardcore gaming market. You choose what games you want to play. You sit on your couch with Cheetos and play it. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like Nintendo is standing for, working together. Like Pokemon Go even though they didn't have a huge hand in it, it's standing for being social, getting out there, living life a little bit more to the fullest, which I really enjoy. But now, Xbox has taken a step in that direction. They've made Rocket League that's a fun multiplayer game.
That's also on PlayStation and PC.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right. So, okay. Then either way, Nintendo's starting to lose that a little bit, is what I'm kind of getting at.
If you ever play PlayStation, by the way, you should try Uncharted, because that's a great game. Anyway, the NES Mini. So, I'm looking forward to the NES Mini. I'm gonna buy it launch day. It's so overpriced in Australia, but I'm still gonna buy it anyway. And I hope that it does well because I really I don't care about the SNES Mini. I'll get it if it happens. I know everyone wants that, but I really want an N64 Mini. That's what I'm waiting for. But
Ooh.
So yeah, I hope the NES Mini does well, just so I can get that N64 Mini and take Mario 64 and Smash Bros. Wherever I go.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna say, Sam? I'm not gonna end this by being a bitter Betty. I'm going to say I am optimistic about this launch, and I will sit in the Sahara without my glass of water, hoping that someone will come to me with a glass of water in March.
You know what? I've actually got to say, it's pretty nice being the guy who's positive for a change. Because I am never...
That's actually true. You're always the negative Nancy, and I'm always the positive Pete.
Okay, no, I wouldn't
Always.
say that. We're both always the negative Nancy. We're always both going together and going, that Nintendo Direct sucked, and everyone else in the world is like, that was amazing!
Yeah, no, that's accurate too. I'm not a positive Pete by any stretch of the imagination, but...
Yeah, I'm happy I'm finally, on the right side of things. But if you want to have a negative discussion with me, we could talk about Pokemon Go a little bit more.
Ooh, maybe that will be our next discussion, because that hasn't been talked enough to death. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for a Pokemon Go discussion coming up.
Don't. We're not going to do that.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry if my words made you want to go into the Sahara and just not drink anything.
Yeah,
but,
I hope you enjoyed our discussion that was 1/10 about the NES Mini and 9/10 about the Wii U's lack of games this year.
And by the way, that's what our podcast is about. It's about thinking about the topics, analyzing them, and thinking, what does this mean for this? Branching out, having a fun time, and, like Nintendo stands for, being social and loving life. Isn't that right, Sam?
Is that what they stand for?
I don't know.
Great. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget
Thanks for watching.
Give it a sub.
You go. What was that?
What?
Oh, nothing. Alright. Well, anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel for more podcasts. And we also have our own YouTube channels. My channel is Animation Epic, and Sam's channel is Plainsville Animations. You can find those links in the description below. And if you like this podcast, or maybe didn't like it because I was a negative Nancy the whole time, let us know in the comments below. It really helps us getting that feedback. And Sam, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, if you really disliked it, you can flag it for harassment, and
okay,
we'll get terminated.
All right, terminated.
This is terrible. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Woo!